Good afternoon, everybody. Madam Clerk?
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10:4-6 et sec, notice of which was sent to the record in the Star Ledger and was posted on the municipal bulletin board.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino. Here. Councilmember Sims is absent. Councilmember Keeling Geddes.
Here.
Mayor LaBrus.
Here. Before we go any further, could we please have a moment of silence? Councilman Sims' father passed away yesterday, and I'd like to take a moment of silence for him, please. Thank you. Would everybody please rise for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. We have a city manager's report.
I have nothing.
Okay. Moving on to new business, Resolution 410-16.
This is a resolution authorizing the solicitation of qualifications for city attorney pursuant to a fair and open process.
May I have a motion, please?
Offer.
Second. Roll call?
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Councilmember Sims is absent. Councilmember Keeling Geddes.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, at this time, before I open to the public, I want to make a statement. After last meeting, which I thought was I thought the display out there was a little over the top. If you are asked to be quiet and you don't sit down or you scream out from the audience, I will ask the police officers to remove you. We cannot keep running meetings. We can't have this havoc in the meetings. And I'm also going to state that anything having to do with open litigation at this time is not going to be discussed. We are not going to listen. We're not going to reply. This is not the place for that. That said, I need a motion open to the public.
Offer.
Second. Roll call?
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Councilmember Sims is absent. Councilmember Keeling Geddes.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. At this time, anybody from the public who'd like to speak, please come forward. Give your name and address to the clerk. You would have 5 minutes.
Richard Salk in Hackensack, New Jersey. In fact, 151 Prospect, which is directly across the street from the Excelsior, where I occasionally go, even though some people don't like me going there, it appears. Did Judge Carver resign?
I'm not going to comment on Judge Carver. Thank you.
Will the process that you follow be what you normally do in terms of hiring a professional? You're soliciting, there will then be a resolution qualifying someone, followed by a resolution appointing someone.
Yes, that'd be an open, fair process, or, excuse me, RFQ process.
Okay. So when do you anticipate, okay, I see you have the 10th as the, deadline for submitting it. When do you anticipate the qualification resolution?
Well,
What I'm
first-
trying to get at, and maybe I can just cut the tape, when do you actually anticipate selecting a new city attorney? Do you have that planned out or mapped out?
I don't think we
Approximately.
have the exact set date in December 1st, maybe?
So, assuming that Judge Carver has resigned, which I don't know, are we without a city attorney for more than a month, possibly?
Not to my knowledge, Mr. Salkin.
Okay.
Nobody's resigned yet.
Okay, thank you. That actually answered the question.
You're welcome.
Mr. Mayor, Stephen Gelber followed up on my presentation regarding what I'll call the Ratino text. He asked you if you wanted to comment on it. I provided copies to the city clerk, who made copies and brought them in. Do you wish to comment on them? You might not want to. I don't know if you've had legal advice on it.
Absolutely not. I'm not going to comment on it now.
Gave you the opportunity. Okay. Right. Now, it is somewhat disturbing. I'm not asking for a comment in terms of what's going on now with Judge Carver, who I think was a good, solid attorney, somebody we referred to as a lawyer's lawyer. And maybe these things kind of dovetail. I saw the deputy mayor's letter to the editor in the Record today, and echoing something you had said, Mr. Mayor, notwithstanding what 4 separate judges, 5 if you consider Conti's dismissal of most of the counts against Ken Ziza, have looked at it and said these people are not credible. Yet you, and now you, Deputy Mayor, say these police officers are credible. You do understand you're taking ownership of Laura Campos when you say that, unconditionally. And even the prosecutor's office said that she has no credibility. And I want to make a point. And please listen to everything I'm going to say before you react. In 1979, Emil Canestrino and Anthony Chick Legere were indicted for allegedly brutalizing a prisoner in custody, a Walter Booth. They were tried and they were acquitted. In 1989, there was a federal investigation into a moonlighting detail for the police department, which was administered by Captain Emil Canestrino. A police officer marched in front of a federal grand jury. Eventually, no actions were taken. I think there were civil penalties, but no one was indicted. 1995, the Canestrinos had the misfortune of running into Judge Lechner, who thankfully for many people is no longer on the bench. And not only did he dismiss the lawsuit against the Postal Service, but he imposed a $5,000 civil penalty against Emil Canestrino. Now, if I did the same thing that you folks are doing, I could say, well, I don't really care what the system decided. I think Emil's a bad guy and he did this, this, and this. That's my opinion. But you know what? I'm an officer of the court. I have to accept those results. You folks take an oath. You swear allegiance and dedication to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state. I'm pointing. Sorry, I tried not to do that anymore. You've taught me a lesson. You have to accept it. And what you're doing is wrong, to make these comments continually. I know you want to run a campaign. God bless you. But you don't have a convicted police chief to run against anymore. And I don't think, as the expression goes, that dog's going to hunt anymore. But let it go. Enough is enough. That's all I got to say. And by the way, as long as you enforce those rules fairly, Mayor, I don't have a problem with it. I'm not going to speak from out there anymore. I'm going to speak from up here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go ahead.
If I may just make one comment. The difference is my husband, Mr. Emil Canestrino, was involved in actions that involved the city. The difference between my husband, Mr. Emil Canestrino, and Mr. Ziza at this time is he did not seek to then, once he was acquitted, he did not seek to sue the city. You walked away. He did not seek to sue the city or the taxpayers. What happened? He was found to be innocent of those charges, as he was, and he did not pay any penalties in the issue that you are referring to, because he had documented everything, and he was not involved in any of this. Yet he did not sue the city. That is our issue. We have I personally feel I have no issue following the court order. I think the city needs to put this behind him. I hope Mr. Ziza can move on and put this behind him as well. The city did not prosecute him. The city did not convict him. My only issue with any of this is I would hope that Mr. Ziza would remove the city from his tort claim. What he chooses to do with the state, with the county prosecutor, that's not our concern. Our concern is we need to look out for and protect the best interests of our city. And to have a potential $30 million tort claim hanging over our heads at this point in time when we are cooperating and doing, I agree with you, exactly what the court's telling us to do, that's exactly what we're doing, and there is no question about any of that. But understand what this tort claim is about. It is criticizing our police officers. The mayor and I have spoken that we believe our police officers are representing those facts correctly. That is my opinion, and I am entitled to it, just as you are entitled to yours. Thank you.
Mayor, may I respond?
Your time is up, sir. Your time is up. If you want to speak to the deputy clerk afterwards, feel free.
He actually
Thank
has 16 seconds.
You have 16 seconds.
All right, wait, I gotta take a deep breath.
Are you ready?
No. What you folks should be doing
Over.
is
16 seconds. Thank you, Mr. Sorkin.
Not 16.
16.
16.
Still has, no, I
And he
turned
was
it on.
pressing the button to start
No,
it.
and you still
Sorry,
got
I
6 left.
apologize. I thought it beeped.
Oh,
Start
yet.
over.
Well,
I'm interrupted. 16. I got fresh 16.
Just
I
count
understand.
to
Wait,
16.
just let me finish what I gotta say. It won't be long, okay? Okay. What you folks, I believe, should be doing, because I heard right after the reversal, the appellate division reversal, I seem to recall, Mayor, you said, we didn't do anything wrong here. This is just not right. We were led to believe. And you got an assistant prosecutor who was labeled astonishingly improper and conduct. You should be going after the county and the state immediately.
I don't disagree with you, sir.
And that's our,
We-
and
we
that is
will.
our plan. as
That is
we
our
stated
plan.
Before. That is our plan.
Absolutely our plan.
We agree.
As always, guys.
We agree.
My only comment on this whole thing is I will take our police officers' comments. I cannot believe that everybody involved in that case lied. I'm not saying that nobody did lie or didn't lie, but I can tell you not everybody lied. All right? Okay.
You know.
There were things in Judge Steele's decision that I disagree with on that, so. And that, again, is my opinion. Anybody else from the public? Seeing none, motion to close.
Offer.
Roll call.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Councilmember Sims is absent. Councilmember Keeling Geddes.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. We're going to go into closed session for a few minutes. I need a motion to go into closed session.
Wait. I have one. Okay, ready for the motion?
Need a motion to go into closed session?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Pataglia. Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Councilmember Sims is absent. Councilmember Keeling Geddes.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. We will not be long. We
I
won't
have
be,
to read it.
go ahead.
Whereas the mayor and council of the city of Hackensack deem it necessary to discuss certain actions under section 7B7 and 7B8 of the Open Public Meetings Act which pertain to matters falling within attorney-client privilege, ongoing litigation, personnel matters concerning the employment of a current or prospective public employee. Whereas the mayor and council of the city of Hackensack is of the opinion that such circumstances may presently exist, and whereas the mayor and council wish to discuss the following issues: personnel matters, ongoing litigation, matters involving attorney-client privilege. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council of the city of Hackensack deem it necessary to exclude the public from this discussion. The outcome of the discussion will be disclosed within 90 days, or at such time as the interests of the city do not require confidentiality.
Thank you. We're not going to be long, folks. We'll come back out and close the meeting, but if anybody wants to stay, feel free. Motion to
Closed
adjourn,
session.
closed session.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Councilmember Sims is absent. Councilmember Keeling Geddes. Aye. Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
And then
Motion
motion to adjourn the
Offer.
meeting.
Second.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Councilmember Sims is absent. Councilmember Keeling Geddes. Aye. Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.